Football League.
We're about 15 miles from the Atlantic coast in the northeast corner of Florida. Welcome to Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Jacksonville Jaguars on Sunday Night Primetime. On the Eagles sideline, it is head coach Nick Sirianni. His guys coming off a road victory in their opener a week ago, looking to make it 2 in a row before heading home. Then on the other side, you've got the Jaguars head coach Liam Cohen. His team also winners in their opener, so a couple of 1-0 teams doing battle here. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen with you. That's Cam Little set to start this. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. They're led out by the MVP of Super Bowl 59 at quarterback Jalen Hurts.
They find themselves coming off a win last week that came right down to the end, and the best teams in the NFL, Mike, they can win close games and they can win different style games. You're not going to blow people out consistently in the NFL. The league is just too good and has too much parity. But the teams that are the best in one-score games, they're often the ones finding themselves in the best position come playoff time.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. First carry for Saquon Barkley. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. A pickup there of 13. Good for an Eagles first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass, and they can continue to generate these big explosive runs. I don't think they need to go away from it.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He'll let this go for Goddard. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively all over him. And it'll be 2nd down. Running from the pistol with Barkley. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down.
At the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. Good work after the catch. They gain 19 yards and a first down.
A gain of 19 yards. And an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Down the sideline, inside the 25. And he'll be taken down. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They'll run with the clips in front of them. This is Will Shipley. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. That's the former #1 overall pick, Trayvon Walker, there to make the stop. From the 20, here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Forced out wide. Oh, he tried to throw it back across his body, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Antonio Johnson.
That penalty is declined.
They'll start this drive on the ground with Spears. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Hey, easy, Ralph.
Lawrence now on second down. There's a short one. He's got Strange. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. A run up the middle, Spears. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 4.
Lisa 24.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's into the hands of Tyjae Spears. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Call it a gain of 13. That's good for a Jaguar. First down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll run with Spears. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. What will the second quarter have in store? We'll have more from Jacksonville after this. The Jaguars with the ball as quarter number 2 begins. They've got it 2nd down and 6 to begin. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. This one hauled in by Thomas. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 26.
Lawrence. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal.
That's another Jaguars first down. 1st down and goal to go.
Here's Spears. A short game down to the 6.
Pick up with 2. Brings up 2nd and
Here now, 2nd down and goal.
7-yard line.
All right, let's go.
One more time with Spears. And this time he will work his way into the end zone. Tyjae Spears. Touchdown, Jaguars. That's his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Jaguars will take a 7-0 lead. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. The Eagles offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. So, Greg, this was not a Christmas gift in May when the schedule maker said, hi, your season's going to start with back-to-back road games. However, win the first, If you can win here and then head home 2-0, man, this season takes on a very different tone.
Oh, there's no question. And Mike, am I crazy, though? I could make an argument that I'd rather play the away games early in the season. We're fresh. We're not beat up. We don't have a roster that's depleted, getting a lot of new guys into it. When you get into the meat of the season, middle to back end, there's a lot of new guys playing for the first time. Practices are a little shorter. Travel's a little bit harder. You're not feeling as good. So if they can somehow get 2 early road wins here, knowing that now there's a lot of home games as the season unfolds, I actually think they could be doing themselves a favor.
A gain of 6. That's good for an Eagles first down. It's a gain of 6.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. Back with more from Jacksonville after this timeout. It is 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They get 22 yards there. First down, Philadelphia.
And this is so much of the skill sets that we're seeing around the league at the running back position. You don't want to have to sub your running back off the field, Mike, when you build what they call these empty or 5-wide sets. Can you keep your running back and run true receiver routes and be a threat? Because when you can, there's a lot of big plays to be made.
Firing right side, brought in by Brown.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
On the run to the right. Now he takes off.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a first down.
That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First and goal.
Throwing is Hurts. He's got it at the 3. And he's in. Hollywood Brown. Touchdown, Eagles. His first touchdown of the new campaign.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Jake Elliott now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Eagles will level things out at 7 apiece. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. The return starts from the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Jags offense going to take over just before the half. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And they'll finally track him down as he takes it up to the 45-yard line. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1.
At the 45-yard line.
Hey.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Travis Hunter was the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready. Hey, go.
Throwing is Lawrence. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half.
Hey, run. Here we go.
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen here with an abridged version of the halftime report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight, competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3. A touchdown apiece, 7-7 the score as we begin half number 2. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Jaguars offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. So, Greg, the home opener after winning on the road, I know you've said it a bunch, there's a different satisfaction for a team to go on the road and get a win. So it's got to feel good to start your home season at 1-0.
Yeah, I mean, everyone loves to play week 1 at home. Your fans are into it. The hope and the optimism of the season is at an all-time high, but it doesn't always go that way. So they go on the road and they get a win. So now expectations coming back to your home field, your home crowd. Now everyone's really juiced up. So this is going to be a great environment, a great week 2 opportunity for them to not only start 2-0, but to get to 1-0 at home.
That pass play good for 22. First down, Jacksonville.
First down.
They run, it's out of the gun, and that's Spears. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
He'll air it out down the middle. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. A big play for Jacksonville. 38 yards.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. Here's a run. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the plane, but a real solid gain on 1st and goal. Now here's 2nd and goal.
Red on red. Hey, red.
Lawrence. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here. We'll talk things over before 3rd down.
Hey, easy, route.
Now Lawrence, and that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
Job number one on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Trimmer.
They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And this is going to work out a little better. He'll get 9 on that one, but they're going to need to convert on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Man in motion is Brown. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Throwing on the run, it's behind his man, and it's incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt. And deep to return, that is Parker Washington. Returnable from the 17. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Jaguars offense and Tajay Spears getting ready for their next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Spears to start the drive. And a nice gain there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
He'll have a 1st down as he gets this up close to the 40-yard line.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
That's to Hunter. He's got it right side. And he's going to be out of bounds here on what will wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
On red.
Back to throw. Lawrence. This one caught left side. That's screen. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. From the 34-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him. And will bring up 3rd down.
Hey, Lion. Here we go.
Lawrence now. Flush to his right. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Brenton Strange was his intended target. And it's going to be 4th down. So now out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So after the field goal, back out is Little to kick this one away. Brown now to return it. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll start out first down and 10. Here's Hurts. He'll let this go for Goddard. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time. It's second down. Now Hurts. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Jaguars have it. A big effort for the defense to come up not only with the fumble, but a very good return. And the offense, Greg, is in business. It's first and goal.
Great awareness, Mike, by the defender. Not only to secure the recovery, but then to turn into a runner. Thought he was going to score for a minute, but either way, his offense now is in prime position, first and goal, hoping to capitalize.
Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. And they'll have a chance to put this one to bed. They begin first and goal. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Tajay Spears. Touchdown, Jacksonville. That's his second touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
So Lawrence lines up the Jaguars as they will go for 2.
He's
The
a 24.
Jaguars will line up for the
Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. This is caught. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Brown now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with first and 10. To throw is Hurts. He'll look underneath here for Barkley. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. Give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
That pickup good for 29 yards. Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10.
First and 10 at the 37.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
I could sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. Here's a third and 10. Hurts again. Flushed to his right. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be fourth down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. They get 18 yards on 4th down and a fresh set of downs. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Out to his right, and he did a pretty good job there to get back to the line of scrimmage as he's chased out of bounds. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That is caught by the tight end. Touchdown, Philadelphia. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Elliott on now for the PAT. The kick is good, and the Eagles draw closer here. It's 21-14. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. On the return, it's Parker Washington. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Now give to Spear, running right, and a good tackle out wide will hold him to a gain of just 3.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike, and they came into the game saying we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Spears. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. Third and 7.
Red on red. Here we go.
They'll drop to throw. He's got his man. It's complete to Thomas. A gain there of 21. That's good for a Jaguar. First down.
Red 23.
Straight ahead. It's Spears. And he dances away from one defender on his way. Gain of 7.
And what's that one thing you hear from coaches all the time, Mike, right? Finish strong, and he's doing just that. His numbers here in this one, they have been terrific. But he's going to give you a full 4 quarters, and I think at this point in the game, he knows there's even more yards to be had.
And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, that's it.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line, but the official signal, he's got enough for the first down.
I think there's one of those play calls, Mike, that really just comes down to understanding your personnel. You realize, okay, your back is not one of those big bruising guys, run it up the middle on 3rd and short. Instead, use the speed, use the vision, get him outside the offensive line, and let him find that space to pick up the first down.
Play is stopped. We have an injury to one of the Jaguars. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13.
Hey, Soko,
Once again, it's Spears. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done.
Makes it
Third and 11.
Lisa 24.
On third down, they go with Spears. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second, as they'll discuss what's to come. This fourth down is looming.
11. Hey, lie.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Crazy. And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with first and goal.
15 yards. That's another.
So shouts at Duval here in Duval County, Florida. It is a win for the Jaguars. They get the job done here at home, and they follow the opening weekend victory with another here to move to 2-0 on the season. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Jaguars are the winners here at home as we say so long from Jacksonville.